Plaintiff Marshanda Johnson says she's here today because the defendant lied and says she was with Marshanda's boyfriend who's with her in court. Marshanda is suing because she claims while living with the defendant put her property outside and it was damaged. Defendant Sabrina Brown says Marshanda's witness was her man first, and Marshanda was sleeping with him behind her back while living in her home. Sabrina says she's done with Marshanda's man, and she can have him.
Start with you.
Well, we're here today because of him, which is my boyfriend. She claims that they were together, like they were in a relationship, but they weren't. You know.
What does he claim? Oh, you just.
He's not a big talker.
Yeah. This is the first day it dawned on you to ask him? Go ahead. What does he claim?
He know we together. That's what he better be claiming.
Go ahead, ma'am. So she claims she's with your boyfriend, or was with him? Mm-hmm. Is or was?
Was.
All right. Go ahead. When did she say they were together?
She never said specifically when they were together.
How long you all been together, you and your boyfriend?
Me and him started talking May
of
2014.
All right, and you're still together. Beautiful, beautiful couple. Go ahead. Oh, you are. You're still together. Go ahead.
Okay. I asked her before I even started talking to him. I asked Sabrina, I said, you know, do you and William have something going on?
Where do you know her from?
Mutual friends, friends of friends. Mm-hmm. And me and her just clicked.
You asked her?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What made you ask her that?
I ain't gonna lie, they was messing around.
Okay, you knew that. All right.
Nothing more than that. Yeah.
When I asked her, you said, are you all still dealing with each other? And what'd she tell you?
I asked her if they were together. She said no. She said, you know, he just a baby. That's what we call him. That's like our nickname for men, like baby.
Okay. So she told you she wasn't.
Yeah.
And then what?
I let him know. I talked to her. It's okay for me and you to, you know.
Good. That's a good way to approach it. And then what happened?
Okay. I moved with Sabrina March 2014, late March 2014. Everything was cool, you know. We were still doing our little thing, partying, clubbing, working, you know. That's how it go. July the 18th, I went into the hospital, and while I was in there, I received a call saying that Sabrina was putting my things outside the house.
Okay, before we get to the personal property you're suing about, let me allow her to give some background, ma'am.
Okay, yeah. Yes, Your Honor. She did the worst thing that she could ever do, like sleeping with my man behind my back and then try to keep it a secret while living under my roof with me.
Okay, now tell me, when did you start dating him?
Me and him been messing around together almost a year and a half, off and on. And it's
up
like,
until when?
Up until like is it
Never.
What?
I'm sorry.
Stand up. He had something to say. You said never. Uh-oh.
Really?
They both looked at you like you better not say a word.
Like June.
You changed your mind quick.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, I think like broke him in June.
This past June?
Yeah, in June.
June of 14.
So that means you was still messing with him in June.
That was my man before it was yours?
Girl, bye.
And it stayed your man up until June.
Yes, sir.
And you start seeing him in May.
Correct.
So you all were wife-in-laws for at least a month. Yeah. All right, and so did you all have a discussion? Did she approach you and ask you?
Yeah, but it's like I really didn't like give her an answer to say that no, we're not together no more, no, we're not messing around.
What did you tell her?
Like, it really wasn't nothing to say. It was like,
Well,
why?
you should have clarified it. That's why your man is over there with her now.
You can stay with her. It's like, that's over with. Like, hey.
All right, well, don't get upset with her. Talking about she was sleeping with your man behind your back. She came like a woman up front saying, hey, are you dating him anymore? And like you said, you just...
Yeah, that's me, though.
So, yeah, so she went and dated him. She didn't do anything wrong, ma'am. Let's get to the property you're suing her for. What happened in July?
Okay, July the 20th, after I found out that she was putting my stuff out you know, I was already about to be discharged from the hospital.
Why was that happening to your understanding?
I didn't know until I got there. Like, until I got
You
there.
got
actually,
home.
Yeah.
All right. And what did you see?
Okay, when I had got there, me and William, we both arrived at the apartment. Only thing we seen, which was on the side of the apartment, was my TV. My TV was cracked, looked like it had water damage. So I went to try to get in the door. I'm assuming she changed the locks because I couldn't get my key in. I knocked on the door. I know she was in there. So I walked back downstairs. I called her phone. I asked her, what's going on? She was like, what you mean, what's going on? I said, what's up, Ruru? She was, well, we call her Ruru, but her name's Sabrina. So I was like, Ruru, what's up? She was like, you slept with my man and your stuff was out the door. I said, well, what you did with my stuff? I called your brother to come get your stuff. So I hung up on her, called my brother. He on the phone with me like, you don't know what I'm talking about. What stuff? What stuff? So I hang up, you know, I'm mad then. So I hang up, I call Sabrina back. I say, so, you know what I'm saying, my brother don't know what you talking about. Oh, well, you should have came and got your stuff. You should have came and got your stuff and just hung up. And I ain't talked to her since.
I'm glad you brought it here. Instead of going and cutting her and fighting her and everything else, you bring her right to court. You don't even ask her about it anymore. A lot of folks would have been banging on her door and calling her on her voicemail, leaving all kinds.
No, she called my
you better
voicemail.
return my stuff or I'm coming over there. Instead, you brought her right to court.
You was still messing with him in June.
That was my man before it was yours?
Girl, bye.
And it stayed your man up until June.
Yes,
and you start seeing him in May.
Correct.
So you all were wife-in-laws for at least a month.
Plaintiff Marshanda Johnson is suing her former friend, who claims Marshanda was having sex with her boyfriend behind her back while living in her home. And he's now dating Marshanda and is with her in court.
Ma'am?
I called her brother to come get her stuff. He said he was gonna come get it, so I'm assuming he came and
I
got
got a
it. And I
statement
put the stuff
signed
on the
you ain't
Let
board.
called
her
my
finish,
brother.
ma'am. Let her finish.
Really, please.
First of all, let's start with why you wanted to move her things or have her things moved.
Because she slept with him.
Okay. How did the move occur?
What do you mean? Like, how did it?
Yeah, her personal property. How was it removed from your home? You called someone to come and get them?
No, I put her stuff, first I called her brother to tell him, hey, come get your sister's stuff. So I moved it myself and put it on the porch.
All right, so you moved her items. You didn't know that was illegal?
I ain't care. I really didn't.
You didn't care?
I wasn't thinking.
All right, where are things now?
I assume her brother came and got it.
All right, well, you
I don't
need
know
to
what
get them
happened to
because
it.
you're going to pay for them.
I'm trying to tell you.
They're yours now. You bought them. When you moved her things out, you bought them. That's called an illegal eviction, and anything you do pursuant to setting someone's things out during an illegal eviction, you're responsible for what happens. You're responsible for those items. So I'm going to grant her judgment. You admit to removing her things, the illegal eviction, and anything that happens with her property thereafter, you're responsible for. $3,815 is your judgment. Have a good day.
Nothing. I'm gonna just go about my way and live my life.
It was never nothing.
Whatever.